expression.
So Shri, I would also like to know what got you interested in attending the session?
I think it's about clarity. So the name of the session itself was very interesting. So I thought it's going to make me more aware about what I need to do. So that's what attracted me.
Okay. So, all right, as there are limited participants, so we don't need a breakout room today. So we'll do with the live session itself. So we're going to start with a very small activity. So I'm going to be showing few visuals. In the meanwhile, request you to switch off your mobile phones or put it in the silent mode. And please have your cameras on. And as the session is being recorded, let there be one speaker at a time. I would invite you to let it be an interactive session. I don't want me to do all the talking. It's about, the session is all about you. It's about your next chapter. It is about you leading a joyful life. So anywhere you feel you need some clarifications or you want to share your thoughts, experiences, observations, whatever be it, please open up. So there are 4 visuals. I gave a max of 4 minutes. So look at each visual and just jot down what is your understanding of that visual. So there are 4 visuals, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've not named them, but the one with the shoe is 1. The one with the alarm clock is 2. This is 3. And the person jumping off the cliff is 4. So quickly interpret the visuals. The time starts now. Whatever comes to your mind, just write down and then we will have a discussion. Shakunda, I'm sure that you're also participating.
Yes, sir. I will.
Okay.
I have put the things in the chat.
Okay.
I have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 in the box.
Okay. We are waiting for the others to share their thoughts. Bimanda, I would request you also to join the workshop.
I will definitely participate in the discussion. Probably I take the last turn based on my seniority, you know.
Yeah. Beyond the feel that he has seen a little more than us. So, okay, we'll give you that opportunity.
Yes, Shivajit, Shakunda, Bimanda.
Should we want to go try?
Yeah, you can post it on chat and then we can have a discussion. So Shri has already shared her thoughts. And then you can read each other's thoughts And then we'll move on into the next phase of the activity for this exercise. So in the meanwhile, Shri, if something else comes up, you're free to add. Okay, Shapunda writes, start today, time management, enjoy nature, take risk in life. Shojit, I just got to read one. What about the others? Yeah, second, punctuality. 3, analysis of problem is important. Yes, spoken like an engineer. I'm happy. Something which binds us, prevents us from growing. Excellent. Vimanda, your response awaited.
Oh, I have already written. I took the easy one, the iceberg one.
There is more to understand for any situation that we see, and one needs to drop the water level to see what you need to see. Okay.
Very deep thoughts, but good.
A lot of things will come in. So excellent. You have read each other's thoughts. Now I'm going to give you the next set of activity, which
Okay.
is something else that you have to do. So now interpret the visual with the context that I have given. And now
So
let's
again,
see
we
how
need to
you
share what
interpret
we
the visuals.
perceive, right? Based on this. Again, we need to share about what now we perceive with this,
Yes,
right?
what you perceive, but
Okay.
earlier you didn't have a context. I just showed you a visual and I asked you to interpret it.
Okay.
But now I'm setting a context for you. So
Okay.
I've said, now look at this visual from the perspective of stepping out. Look at the alarm clock from the perspective of an habit.
Okay.
Iceberg from a behavior perspective. Fourth is from overcome. Maybe your earlier interpretations of whatever thoughts you had, it might be the same. But if it is different, whatever be it, write down again once again. But now this time with the new context that I have given.
I have put it in the group.
Okay.
Just give me a couple of minutes. I'll be back on my camera.
Sure.
I'm around only, but just give me a couple.
Remember, you have only written for the fourth one. What about the other three?
I'm
And,
slow in typing. I'm listening. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here. I'll be actively participating, but let's see.
Shakunda,
I
what
took the
about
easy
you?
one.
Yeah, just give me a minute. Okay.
Okay, Ayush, you've joined now the session. So we are just doing this activity of interpreting the visual with the context. So why don't you share your thoughts in chat? Ayush joined and he left. Anyone has any other thoughts? Bimanda, you're still writing?
Yeah, I'm just giving a context to that habit thing, which in Japanese language you called it kata. If you look,
Okay.
if you watch the movie called Karate Kids, that's actually what they talk about. Like when you're polishing the car, that's a very unique example that I also bring it to my classes. So I'm just going to
Okay.
finish that thought.
Yeah, somebody
Shakunda,
came
can you just check?
and
There was some guy called Ayush who joined briefly for a second, then vanished. To see if you can get him back.
that's what probably you asked him homework, so he said, okay, I was not prepared.
Okay, there we have. This is also called kata. That means you repeat things again and again so that it gets into your biological clock.
So the key thing with the alarm clock, I didn't write everything. Like, hey, if you get up every day at 6:06 a.m., in a few days, like no matter whether your alarm clock is on or off, you'll still get up at 6:06 a.m.
So that's true for me today. I get up every day 5 o'clock. So this is other GAABESU's workshop or my day job. I am up without alarm clock. That's what you're telling, Vivanda?
Yeah.
That's exactly right, Shobhan.
So now we saw the same set of visuals, but your interpretations or what you wrote are different. So what is it that you learned from this small activity that we did? Because we did this activity with some purpose.
I mean, sure. I mean, everybody looks at life at a different angle, right? Everybody has a different perspective. Everybody has a different goal. So even though we see, but we'll see and feel differently because where you are coming from, where you like to go, and so so even though it's the same visual, but we interpret differently.
Yes. Yes, rightly put in Shivunjit, people's way of looking at things are different.
So,
to a certain extent,
I think
we have a context.
we have few more participants are coming. So we like
Sure.
to maybe you can tell that this will be an interactive session. So feel
Yeah,
free.
please allow them. We will not repeat this activity, but let them join in. We're just beginning, so.
Okay.
Shri, are you back?
I am here only.
Okay.
I'm here only.
Now,
I'm here only.
it was slightly difficult, so I had not put in. But now, what is the agenda of today's session? Designing the next chapter of your life and making your life joyful, right? So now from our life's perspective, like Shakunda just said, it doesn't matter, irrespective of what, every day I wake up at 5 in the morning. But a lot of us have the habit of, snoozing our alarm or pushing off something that we have set for later. What happens in that process? Is it a good habit or a bad habit? My body might need that sleep that day, and one-off days if I'm not well, or maybe for some reason I had a late night, I slept at 4, so I decide, okay, 6 o'clock is not for me today. But then if by choice I do not get up and I just keep pushing, though I keep an alarm at 6 and I've set a target, no, I'll get up at 6 and go for a walk. I'll get up at 6 and I'll sit and study. I'll get up at 6 and do something.
So okay, I think it depends on your, your priority. Like if you have to get up at 6, make sure you sleep, at the right time to have a necessary sleep what you need. It's 7 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. So it's more important is how you plan. If you...
So habit is something that is very important. Now, suppose if you have some habits which are not so good, which you know is not good, but if you are not able to overcome, when you talk about designing your next chapter, this is something that you'll have to fix first. The first one, step out. So this was basically, if you see, there's another inner circle. Does everyone remember, as Indians, we all know Lakshman Rekha. So what was Lakshman Rekha? And in those times, what was done?
Secure boundary, right?
It's like a boundary, which you not cross.
That boundary is our comfort zone.
Correct.
So the minute you are stepping out of your comfort zone, you are willing to explore, you are willing to experiment, you are willing to take some action. Because in your comfort zone, you're always secure. But the minute you step out to explore, there will be some learnings, there will be some things that will not work, there will be some things, maybe some good things happen to you. You don't know what is there. The grass is always green on the other side. So we never know what is it going to look like. But it's very important for us to step out of the comfort zone. Behavior. One of you had rightly written in the chat. On the top, do you all remember Titanic? How many of you have seen the movie Titanic? Or heard of the Titanic ship? Shivajit?
Yes, we have also
Heard of Titanic, right?
Yeah.
So what happened? One of the reasons the ship broke, a lot of people died, because there was an iceberg ahead and they did not see the iceberg on time. If you look at the iceberg, the depth of the iceberg is very deep. Same thing is our behavior. When we look, be it our work life, be it our personal life, there are certain things that is visible outside. Now, you're a day scholar. None of your friends are able to live with you in the hostel. Who has lived in hostels, or if you look at your family members with whom you live on a daily day, you know their habits. You know what they like, what they don't like, because what they say and what they do might be different. So the below the iceberg is basically things that is not explicitly said out. It's unwritten rules. This is how things happens out here. So this is the nature of our behavior. What people see outside is that tip of the iceberg, and what they don't get to see is below. So deep inside how you are is something that you'll have to work on, so that if you want to be transparent, you want to be better understood, you want to lead and uh, portray a better persona for yourself, it's very important that it shows in your behavior, it shows in your say do, it shows in what you do is what you say, and there is nothing hidden. And as many of you rightly said, you have to overcome the fear of failure.
Hey,
Because when you
Vidya,
are trying to do something new, there's something that's holding us back. No, don't do this. Now, the minute if you hold yourself back, you're afraid that you will fail, you're afraid that something bad will happen, you will never be able to step forward and do something new. The other learning that I would like all of you to take away is, please remember, context is very important. Because without the context, like even with the context, each one of you had a different interpretation of the visual. So if we all have to come on the same page, suppose we have to execute a big project. Now it's very important all of us understand what that objective is, what that goal is, and the role each one of us has to play. Yes, Bimanda, please.
no, I just, before we go in the detail of overcome, I just want to add one more example, comment on the behavior aspect for the iceberg example. What we always see, basically we cannot interpret, right? So there is a cliche saying that what mind does not know, eyes cannot see. So if you really do not know that there is like 11th over 12% of ice is which is under the water, you will never be able to interpret what are your obstacles. So that's why I wrote that comment that you need to drop the water level. That means there are always other things that obscures our visions, and it is our job to go through that screen and figure out that what is there, that's what we need to see. So just wanted to make sure that I put proper context to
Sure. Thank you
that
so
example.
much for iterating the point. Anything you would like to add? Anyone else would like to add to this?
Nothing specific to add. I'm good with what it is.
Okay. So we have few hours with us today, tomorrow put together. So I just wanted to know if there are any expectations from the participants, so that I'll try my best to address them over and above whatever I have said I would share with all of you. So if there is anything, that please let me know. I'll just write it out right now.
The one thing I might add, since I'm almost close to the end of my runway for professional life, that that there are people budding engineers, they need to know that what is there that they're going to expect in life. So these expectations is going to change as your biological age changes, your professional maturity grows. So what you expect in life at 22 years of age is not what you expect in life at 42 years of age. So since Shopon is relatively matured, I'm almost there. So put your concentration more for the younger folks than people like Shopon or me.
Sure. So Deval, Anubhav, Aurobindo, would like to hear from you. Shubhajit.
We have Aurobindo Da is our electronics professor from, and Deval Da is from 1984. So just giving an Anubhav is, I think, Shubhajit's batchmate of class of 20. So we have two from the fresh graduates, and the rest are seniors here.
Okay, Shri, what about you? Any other expectations? Your expectations from the session?
I'll be clear what to do next. Decisions to be taken.
Okay.
Maybe Anubhav and Shobhajit, you can ask, what you like from this session, at least from you, for your friends, or, that could be useful.
Actually, I need some insight, since many of us, from our batchmates have gone through internships or industrial training and all. So many times we have to work from 9 to 5. So I would like to just understand what is important for us, getting attached to that 9 to 5 work, or exploring different several other things so that we can grow, and we can gain, or we can find a better network and all.
Okay. All right. What else? Anyone else has any other expectation? Okay, now there are two visuals out here. Which visual would you choose for yourself?
The colorful one.
Everyone for the colorful one? Right.
Yes,
that is
that's
what
kind
this
of an
workshop
obvious
is all
choice.
about. So welcome to the session on Design Your Next Chapter. Thrive and lead a joyful life. So with this, the session's agenda, basically in the next 2 days, what we are trying to do is to figure out that I'm here. But whatever is that end of next chapter that you're looking like, because the chapter begins and there's an end to the chapter, right? So am I there yet? For that, you have to go through a journey. And a journey has different milestones. There are different roles. There are different people you'll meet along the journey to go from one step to the other. If you imagine climbing, say, a mountain, now there are different things that you'll have to do to ensure you reach the peak. So you're here. So let's try to figure out, are you there yet? So there are two visuals out here. Now, suppose you are health conscious. There is, in a bowl, there are cookies kept, and there is a packet of cookies, and you're health conscious. You've already overeaten for the day, or the last few days you've been eating heavy food. So what would you do? So will you pick up the cookie and eat, or
Can you repeat the question?
okay, for the last few days you've been eating heavy, oily, rich food,
Okay.
and you are very health conscious. And now you see some delicious cookies kept in a bowl in front of you. And there is also another box. And someone tells that pick whatever you want. So what is it that you would pick?
I'll try to control myself.
Okay. Shojit says he'll restrict himself. He'll try to control. Now, if I say that you'll have to pick something, you can't go empty-handed. Then what will you do? So now, okay, Anubhav says, I'll possibly can't control myself in case of food. I better eat something I like or don't eat. I'll will better find someone to get it divided. Okay. No, but at that instant, you don't have anyone else you can give. Everyone has come in, everyone has to either take this cookies or you have to choose. So which one will you choose? And you have been eating very heavy food, you're stuffed. So she says, I will pick up the cookie. But you're health conscious, what happens? You've already been ignoring your health conscious for several days now. So you always have a choice. Anyone else would like to add? Shakunda, Bimalda? Save it for the next days. Yes, you're on the right track. So possibly what I'll do, I'll pick up the cookies box, maybe give it to someone else or have it after a few days. Whatever. So there's always a choice that you have to make. So at every stage, you have a choice, and that choice is dependent upon you and the situation in which you are, the environment in which you are. So, but at the same time, it's about me, my health. What is the priority that you're giving to also matters. Because when you talk about designing your life, now if you are making choices just to please someone else, or if you're trying to make a choice just to, keep up, but if that is going to damage or hurt you in some way, now we didn't add complications. Suppose say you are unwell, you're diabetic, you're having other health issues, and these are kind of food that you should be avoiding. So then are you doing good to yourself or harm to yourself? Hello?
Harm to myself.
Yeah. So when you're making choices, it's very important for you to weigh the different alternatives and then take a conscious choice. Because at the end of the day, it is about you and your life. It's about your health. Now, when we talk about life in general, there's always, different moments. There are times when we'll be extremely happy. There are times when we'll be mischievous. We would be unhappy. We would be sad. So this is part of life. And this is the way life is going to be. But following some of the things that I'm talking about, you can ensure that you are more joyous. The sad moments or the unhappy moments would be minimal in your life. And you would have the energy to deal with them in a much positive and stronger way. While we only have 4 hours or 4 to 5 hours slated for this session, it's impossible for me to give you all the tools and all the nuggets that I would like to share, because this is a 30-hour program that I do for people of all ages. So it's difficult to pack everything in this short time, but I'll do my best. And the other thing that you have to understand is, how do you interpret this visual? Who's the horse and who is that person drinking water like that? And what does this visual tell you? How thirsty the man is. Okay, what about the others? How the man is holding up the horse even while drinking the water. Shubhajit, what about you? What is your understanding of the visual?
Yeah, it is close to second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shapunda, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Perfect, you got it. So while I might give you all the gyan, all the tools, if you do not implement it in your life, just by listening to me for a few hours, you can't expect miracles to happen. You will have to work on it consciously. Make this a part of your life. That's when it's going to happen. So the minute we talk about life, and now Anubhav, Shivojit, you all are also getting into your career lives. So how would you define your life as? Because now you are, college students, another starting from now to 5 years, you'd be working on different exciting projects. If it's a woman, maybe she may have a small child by end of 5 years of passing out of college, and is multitasking, doing multiple things. And another 5 years down the line, you'd be leading a team of people responsible for that. You'd be responsible for revenue targets. It doesn't matter that you're an engineer, but you are a project director of program, and you have targets which you have to achieve, or you have to do something within a particular budget. You will have to appraise people. You are responsible for the growth of your team. Also, you have a family life which is growing. You have kids. You have to manage work. Amid your tensions, you also have you're expecting some peace at home, but you're seeing a different environment, a noisy environment with the kids fighting, and that's giving you a headache. And that's all part of growing up. Like at the beginning, I think so Bimal or Shapunda was telling that life will keep changing. Yes, you can't expect the same. What you are today as freshers passing out from college, 10 years or 15 years or 20 years down the line. That's why I call this workshop next chapter, because every 5 to 7 years, there'll be a substantial change in your life, both your personal as well as work. Your purpose, your objectives, your goals will also keep changing. So it's not going to stay still. Now, why are we talking about, all this designing, blah, blah, blah? Increasingly, if you look at with the kind of dynamic, uncertain environment that we are living in, if you look at newspaper headlines, it reads less than half of India's new graduates are job ready. Freshers job posting declines 8.5% in December 2021. 36% of IIT Bombay's 2024 batch yet to get placed. Accenture, Wipro, there are many more companies which are asking employees to forego salary hikes. And then there are again alerts where they say, okay, freshers, we are hiring. There are job openings, but only if you have the skills. So not necessarily your college is imparted, whatever be the vocation training that you've done. Maybe that's not the skills which companies are looking for. So what does that mean? So I would like you to have a conversation now. I don't want you to put on chat. Please unmute and speak. Yes, Anubhav, we haven't heard from you. Shubhajit, Sri. Even people who are experienced, gone are the days. I mean, Shubhajit, if you are comparing your parents or your grandparents, your grandfather would have possibly worked in one company his entire career, right? Your father might have changed multiple jobs.
Yes, ma'am.
You possibly might be doing every 2 months. You are asking a question, do I have to stick to a 9 to 5 job or are there possibilities? Based on my experience, I would say in the early days, stick to your 9 to 5 or even 9 to 10, whatever timelines you'll have to work, gain experience before you decide whether independent freelancing work is for you. And then also the areas in which you need to build the skills, because becoming independent is not going to be very easy. It means you have to do everything yourself. When you're working in a company, there are people with different skills who work together as a team to achieve some objective of the organization. But when you're alone, you're responsible for business development. So you want to bring a new project, you have to make you have to identify the people whom you will have to contact. You will have to identify what is their problem. Then you will have to give them a proposal, how you will help them. You have to work on the pricing, then finish the project, then ensure they give you money. That's when you will have bread and butter at home. So it's not very easy. For that, you need to have connects in the market. You need to have areas in which you will be known for some expertise. And that is why it is absolutely important in the early days, don't jump into that. And if you're not from a business background, it's better to get some work experience for few years, because that tells you what work lives are, rather than just directly jumping in, because the chances of failure will be higher. Because being a techie, you see a lot of tech entrepreneurs coming up. You feel, I've written, my code is the best code and it's going to solve some problem. Maybe, maybe not. After some time, you will see there are no investors willing to put money in your business. You will just have one client and over. So it's very important for you to build your network in the market, network with people, so that you have the contacts for you before you can actually start looking at moving from a steady job and moving into something experimental. Yeah, you're those explorer types, feel free to go ahead. But then equally knowing that there are challenges. The reality of the market. There's a lot of unemployment around. Just because you're a fresher, don't think. Even seniors are getting threatened by freshers nowadays. Because a lot of seniors are being replaced by freshers. They say, I'm paying you so much. It's okay, the fresher, I can get 5 freshers at that job. I'll invest some money on them for training them and they'll replace you. There is AI and with the mix of a fresher will do the job. You'll see so many layoffs by companies like TCS, Wipro, Accenture, IBM, where senior people are being laid off. No jobs. Globally. Microsoft. Have you read those in the papers? Hiring freezes. In
Yes, ma'am.
campus, companies have given jobs and then they say, we can't take you. So everyone is having a lot of uncertainty, and that's why constantly skilling and reskilling ourselves is the only way to survive in today's market. Just because you did an engineering degree today no longer suffices. You know, when I did my engineering, I never ultimately ended up doing a hardcore engineering job. I wanted to work in a power plant and, greenfield. They said we won't take women. So eventually I shifted to management line and built my career in management. There was nothing called digital marketing. Internet had just come in. We had to learn. I did my MBA. I did marketing was one of my specializations. But we didn't have any subject called digital marketing. It happened a few years back. We had to learn, and we are still learning because every day new tools are coming and so many changes are happening. And then something else will keep coming. Learning is a continuous process. And today you have to be willing that this is a Dilbert cartoon which I couldn't stop myself, because this is also another reality. A lot of companies have said, we are not going to fire you, but we are not going to give you any hike also. Work at the same pay. Reality. So as a fresher, if this is your second year, you might see that if you are unfortunately in one such company, you may not receive any hike. So if you want to do something to design the next chapter, you see, this is not working and I need to redesign. You'll have to upskill and reskill yourself. You have to be willing to change. Now, this is a report from World Economic Forum, which says that 48% of the workforce will require significant upskilling and reskilling in the areas of analytics, creativity, their understanding of technology or use of technology to ease human work life in the next 5 years. And there's a huge dearth of this in the market today. At all levels, people have to constantly, reskill and upskill themselves. So gone are the days now you have your full-time student phase is over. At the most, you may take another break if you are wanting to pursue a management career. But otherwise, even the question of a full-time 2-year MBA is being questioned now. Because with the kind of obsolescence that is happening every few months and the kind of fees which B schools are charging. When I did my MBA in 2000, I passed out from TFI Management Institute. My fees was, the fees, hostel, everything put together, it costed me around 2.4 lakhs. Today, just for college fees alone, they are charging 18 lakhs. Last year, that was a fee. I don't know if they've revised this. That's in TAPME. If you go to ISBs and IIMs and all that, further high. So if you are planning to take an education loan and do that expensive course, will you be able to buy a house? Will you be able to buy a car? Because today, the minutes you step out, everyone wants to have a car and a own house. But if you have a huge baggage of a 20 lakh, 30 lakh loan that you have to clear, you're up for challenges. So you might have to do a part-time education from any college and do it along with your work. So that is the new reality in today's context. So when you talk about education, your personal development, you need to think about it. What am I currently doing? What is it that I want to become? What is that next which I'm aspiring? For that, who do I need to interact with so that I can understand that better? How can I reach them? How can I contact them? How can I build my network? Why will they help me or my team? Because why should I give my time to you? My 4 hours is precious. So you need to answer that. Who will help? What do I need from them? Because you have to go with a very clear, specific agenda, expectation that this is what I want from you. Because if you are not able to clearly tell that, then they'll just give you some vague yarn and they say push off. Next time they call, they'll either not pick up or they will say, I'm busy, will contact me after some time. What will it cost? Is there some money involved? And what are the prospects of my earning if I reskill and upskill myself? So these are all the different things that you have to ask yourself when you're talking about your future learning. There's a lot of information available today's date on the internet. It's just about how you need to search and figure out which is the right information. Because reading some incorrect stuff is also a challenge, because you would be filled with incorrect knowledge, and with that, if you're trying to go, again, you're going to see a lot of problems. Yes, so that leads to my question. What are the different types of lives you lead today? So Shivajit, start. As a student who is now entering into the career field, what are the different type of lives you've been leading?
Can you give some examples so that I can understand properly?
Okay, professional life, personal life. In personal life, what do you do? In professional life, you're currently studying in B college. So as a student, there is something that you're doing. There also you have a social life with friends. Or
Yeah.
what are the different hats you're wearing? Because you're a student, you are a parent, you're a son, you are a brother, you are a boyfriend, you are a friend, you are an acquaintance. So these are all different hats. Are your relationships with these people the same? Do you give each one equal priority and time? Or there is a difference?
So starting from that personal life.
Could you be a
So
little louder so that when people
yeah. So
are hearing, they can also hear better?
Starting from the personal life, my day usually begins from meditation. It begins with meditation and then carrying my daily task. And talking about my professional life, means sometimes means currently I'm a BE student from electrical electrical engineering department, as well as sometimes I usually post some contents online, like on YouTube or some kind of informative stuffs on LinkedIn or all, and and all. And talking about like what are the different hats that I'm wearing. So basically, means I'm a son, I'm also a brother, and also I have many friends, but most importantly, I'm a student, still learning a lot of things.
So when it comes to your time allocation, how much
Yeah.
percent do you allocate to different things?
Uh, Basically, time allocation, most of the time, most of my time goes in self development. Like I try to means think about myself, that whatever stuffs I'm doing, whether they are correct or not, whether they are helpful for me to grow and all. And that's how it goes. And means then the rest of the time it goes like doing my daily stuffs, as well as doing means having a social life.
Okay. Shri, what about you?
My day, working throughout the day, and work only keeps me busy. Nothing else as such. By the time I come back, it's so late. I am trying to look at dedicating some time for upskilling myself.
Have you heard of something called work-life balance, which you keep talking
Yes.
about or
Yes.
reading about? Have you read about it, Shubhajit? Anubhav, you're missing. Where are you? Can I see you on video, please? And can I also hear your voice?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there. Actually, I'm having connected through phone, so
Okay.
the internet issue is weak.
So yeah, can you please share what are the different hats you wear?
So, ma'am, like initially, I had a problem that I used to mix my personal life with the professional one, but I won't call it exactly professional. It's more about college life. So, uh, it just begins with routinely studying and understanding new things. So I am visibly confused in my professional goals initially. So what I used to do is just do different stuff, study different stuff, and then spend time with family. But due to college, most of the time used to go in like the professional aspect of it. So I used to like talk with friends, enjoy with friends sometimes, spend time with family sometimes during the weekends. So that is how I divided the time. So I don't have any
Okay.
fixed timing slots. It was very sporadic. Like whenever I got opportunity to spend with family, I used to do that. But after the third year, I learned how to manage time. So that time I gave some specific allocations, and like I learned how to not mix up like my time like in college with my time in personal, and that actually improved but my like efficiency. But what happened in essential was that I did not have a very good schedule. So I used to have some professional goals. So to fulfill that, I used to work in the night too. So this was a problem, and this is still a problem. So I'm trying to counter on that. So
Okay.
right now, ma'am, the focus is to like improve myself. So the priority I shall give
So
right
Anubhav,
now.
are you working somewhere?
No, ma'am, I am right now in my final year.
Okay.
So, ma'am, right now the priority I should give is what I'm doing right now is I'm giving it to myself, and then it comes to my family, and finally the professional one. But
Okay.
before it, more about the professional goals, and then myself, and then the family.
All right. Thank you. So I would like you all to do a small exercise now. So in your notepads, now this is what I call as a live dashboard. So now each one of us often forget the me in the dashboard. So it could be 1 hour a week, but sometime you're setting aside for yourself where You can set some goals for yourself. It could be some short-term goals. In the next 3 months, I will complete this course, which I want to do. Or next 3 months, I will be also focusing on my health because I want to build a six-pack app. Next, I had set in some goals and I'm just trying to see the progress of it. I'm trying to, reflect on my experiences, my emotions, my thoughts, because every day we interact with a lot of people, with teachers, with friends, with family members, with relatives, with some unknown people. And there's something that we learn out of is there's something, either we feel happy by meeting someone or we are unhappy by meeting someone or we are neutral. But there's something that you experience, some emotion that you experience. So some time that you need to set up out for yourself. So 0 to full is basically, if it is a dashboard, 0 to 100%. So where are you in this each aspect? Now, as youngsters, often, we all have ignored our health because we are young and it doesn't really matter if you don't exercise, if you don't put in that regime, but it helps. Like Shubhajit, you've got that good habit of doing some meditation in the morning. Believe me, it is a very nice habit. I mean, I do, but then I am not consistent, and I repeatedly have to keep, pushing myself to take that time out because I always have that excuse why I have to do this. So I prioritize other things over my health. Now, that is not something good. So if you ask me on this, I'm somewhere maybe at 25%. Family. Now, family, it could mean your parents, your spouse. Now, currently, you guys are, you may have a girlfriend. So in this case, a girlfriend. Then your friends, then your work life and your professional development. So I would like you to take few minutes and put out where you are in this dashboard. Also, if you can reflect and say, are you happy with what you are seeing in that dashboard? And what is the area that you would like to redesign at this point in time? So this will help us when we do our subsequent activities in the coming future. And because you are still students, for you, work is equal to studies. And those who are working somewhere, employed in some organization, be it your own or some other company, it's your professional work. Professional development is about self-development. You're reskilling and upskilling yourself to stay relevant. So if you can just quickly pull your respective dashboards and if you can then take a photo of that and share it with us, it would be great. Not necessary you have to share because it's about your life. Yeah, we say we want to do a balance between work and life, Vimanda, but often somewhere something or other gets impacted. So it's either our work or professional life.
Hey,
So we have
Vidya,
24 hours in a day. Unfortunately, we can't make it 28 hours or 30 hours. So we are just trying to see in this dashboard of your life, where are you? Are you, because health is wealth. I mean, as we grow in age, we all realize now that health, if our health is good, that's when we can concentrate on our work, our family, everything. Otherwise, we are physically not fit. And sometimes that also causes a mental fitness level challenge. And we are not able to do justice to anything. And that makes us unhappy. And if you are unhappy, then you're unhappy at work and that reflects in your work and your interactions with your colleague. It also impacts how you interact with your family.
so
So
Vidya,
you
let me
become
make it. Yeah, can I make a comment here?
yeah, sure.
So if you look into our audience right now, we are like 50% are like, the beginning of the career, and the 50% are, we are kind of at our long end of our career, whether we are, so this is quite different. Like if I had this conversation, say, 28 years ago or 30 years ago, when I started my career after my grad school, it was different. But we learned over time, like, health is how important it is. I can give you one example. I jog or walk 10 kilometer every day, day, and every day means every day. So, which I could not do when I was younger. So if somebody says you cannot make time, I say, yes, you can make time. It's all priority in life. You cannot get everything done. So you say, what is important to you? Your important is your family. Your, for either your parents, your spouse, your children, right? What is important? Like, that's very, very important. I'm not writing this. I am very passionate about what you are talking about here. At this stage, like when I am like, graduated 35 years ago, I still can think that I can jog 10 kilometer every day, 365 days, even though I have a very hectic commitment at that job or life. So what I can tell to my younger brothers and sisters, make health is the topmost priority, not the money you will make. You have to make time, whether you like jogging, you like swimming, you like yoga, whatever you do, you cannot ignore, you cannot defer it. Back to you, Vidya.
Yeah. So that 1 hour of your time, which is your self time, where you're going to be spending on your reflections, your setting your future goals, that is absolute. That's, it's just about 1 hour, and we'll be doing an activity tomorrow where I'll be teaching you how to do that. Health is the second most, then family, friends, work, professional development. So while it's important for you to figure out where you are. See, you are the day scholar. Now, if you are talking about people staying in hostel, maybe they spend a lot of time only chatting and talking to friends and doing a lot of meaningless stuff, but actually not getting conceptually clear on the subject matters that they are talking about. I mean, I also teach in various business schools and design schools on and off. And the student will come and say, what else should I do? My first answer is, you're already doing a professional education, so please get that concepts right. Instead of sitting in the class and doing some other classes assignments, you please concentrate and understand the concept which someone is trying to give to you. And don't talk about additional certification that you need to do today, because now you have that focus time. You have all the time in the world only to do only this. And everyone has said you don't have to do anything else. So while it's good, it's important to have fun. It's important to go out, meet friends, watch movies, watch different programs of your interest. But it's equally important that you distribute. So have you completed the dashboard, and is anyone willing to share that dashboard? Where they are and which are the areas you want to work on, so that we will take this up subsequently when we do the other activities. I can guide you better. So I'm stopping the share so that whoever would like to share, you can take a photo, and then or if you, as you're on the computer, you can just share your screen. Shakunda can give you the right to share. Once you just raise your hand and say you're willing to share.
Anybody can share. I enable.
Yeah, Shojit, you've raised your hand, so please share. Yeah.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, Shubhajit, you can see your screen.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing, Shubhajit. It takes a lot of guts to share with everyone. So I applaud you for that guts.
Yeah, actually, I have something to ask. That's why I did this.
So what is the area you think you would like to work on better, or where you see there are some problem areas? And if you want to elaborate, you can do that as a homework. And when we meet tomorrow, you can just take some time and reflect on how much in your personal and your professional life, what is it that you've been doing and where you feel you are, or what are things that you would like to improve on? Where is it that it is clashing, or are they going hand in hand and there's no overlaps or clashes or problem areas where you feel conflicted sometimes, and this is also a priority and that is also a priority? So whatever has been your experience, so if you can put it down and share it in the next session, it would be great, because then we will do something more on that.
Okay, ma'am.
That's what so I can just put it on chat. So I'm just putting for this, when you're expanding this current activity that you've done. Just give me a second. I'm putting it on chat. Yeah, so the first set is, you already marked it. So on 0 to 100, you mark where you are in the cage. Now you have to ask yourself if there's a problem, and which is the area that you feel there is a problem and you would like to tackle. And what is the gravity? Because as I said, you're not going to spend, if we are talking about 7 days in a week, you're talking about 1 hour a week is what you're going to spend on me, not more than that. So the time allocation would be very different. So you could do a little more elaboration in terms of when you're writing your reflection, in terms of how much hours are you spending, so that of your 24 hours in health, we are also talking about your sleep. It's very important for you to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because if you're sleepy, you can't concentrate on anything. You may be keeping a book open and trying to read, or you may be having your laptop and you would be having some work screen open in front of you, but you will not be productive. You might have made mistakes which could prove detrimental later, because everyone's work does get reviewed in some way or other, and the mistakes do get caught. And as a result of which, you're the one who suffers. Or you'll have to put in the same time extra again at a later date. So it's better, if you're tired or if you feel that you're not able to concentrate, to take a break at that time. Do something else, then come back. Because there are times when I'm so unproductive that maybe I'll be sitting the whole day and I would have wondered I've done nothing. But some days I'll do something like this. How many of you experience that? Anubhav, Shri, would you like to share? Do you feel you're unproductive if you're sleepy?
Absolutely.
And you still force yourself to sit and work?
Absolutely. Yeah. We push ourselves to work or do whatever we are doing.
So it's very important. So after this task that you've done, as a follow-up, I'm again posting some questions. So you can reflect on these questions as well. So again, as I said, because for you, work view means your study. So there are a lot of questions which are put in out here on chat. So please save them. So what's work? What's work for? What does it mean to you? Because you chose a particular specialization. Now, it would be because of something. Either you heard someone telling that electrical is good, or you wanted to become an electrical engineer for some reason. So then what is it? What is the kind of work you would like to pursue? So expand on that, your work, your life. Some might seem too hi-fi, then forget about it for right now. I mean, Bimanda, Shopunda and all, for you, the life view will have much more richer meaning. So you all can work on that. And then please, the last section, where do your views on work and life complement each other? Where do they clash? And does one drive the other, and how? Yes, Shivajit, you have a question. Please ask.
Actually, I don't have a question. My hand was raised
Okay,
for a long
fine.
time. That's why.
No worries. I saw the hand raised, so I thought maybe you are. Okay, is the activity clear? Anyone has any questions after reading the questions in chat? Okay, so we did a lot of, let's make it lighter. So we're going to be doing a fun activity. And this fun activity is something which I call hands down if. So what does this activity, which we just did, this live dashboard that we just did, how do you think it will help you? Anyone, any thoughts?
It will act as a feedback mechanism.
I can't hear you properly.
It will act as a feedback mechanism. Like we will see that which all the
Yeah.
fields are.
And because it's visual, you can see it. And when you're explicitly putting it down in black and white, it becomes much more clearer. You're able to express, because suddenly you'll realize, oh, here I am unclear, I need to be more specific. So you're able to see and you're able to tangibilize what you're doing. And then you know where you're possibly wasting your time, or where you need to focus more energies on, or and how do you do the time balance equation. So it will give you a lot of insights, to do that. So, often we have this belief, which is incorrect. I should know where I'm going. So sometimes it is not very clear 5 years down the line, because, in interviews, sometimes they ask a stupid question. Maybe stupid, maybe not. It depends on how you view it and the maturity of the person. 5 years down the line, where do you want to be? I'll say, okay, I want to have better salary. I want to be a manager. I want to be a leader, something like that. But I might not know exactly in which area or what. But at least I know that I'm progressing in the right direction. Now, how I'll know whether I'm progressing in the right direction? Because my work is getting appreciated. I know I'm learning a lot of new things. Like from what I was, my subject matter expertise has improved. Earlier, I had to go every half an hour and ask someone, how do I do this? Now, 5 people are coming to me every day and asking my help to do some activity. So these are all things which tells me that, okay, in this domain area, I'm gradually in building my expertise and I'm moving in the right direction. Is it clear? Anyone would like to share their thoughts?
I just kind of add one comment, essentially, since I said that everything is going to change as your biological age grows. So probably like for younger folks, it is the destination, which is definitely very important. But for a relatively matured folks, destination is important, but the path, the journey becomes more important.
So it's very important for you to figure out that you're going the right direction. And these are small cues. When you see people are coming and asking you for guidance, they're coming and taking your opinion matters, then you know that you're going in the right direction because you're maturing, you're growing in expertise, you're being recognized by people that, you know, what this person is making sense. So now we're going to be doing a activity and I'm going to share my screen. So this activity is what I call as hands down. If so, now it is mandatory. Apart from Anubhav, you are not allowed to participate in this activity because you are watching on mobile and I can't see you on the screen. Others, please have your screen and your hand should be up like this. Okay, Shapanda, even you. Okay, hands up like this means hands hat tulta hobe. Okay, now I will be showing something. You can't write down, and because your hands are up, and I'm presuming you're not having those Google glasses kind of thing where you can take photograph from your specs, Shapunda and Bimanda. So Shri and Shivaji don't have, so I don't think you have some AI eyes and all which you can do something. So it's your memory that you have to depend on. So I'll be showing something. Now, typically, we're going to play this game using hands as a prop. So when I say thumbs up, what do? I point my thumbs upwards. Now, if I say thumbs down, I point it downwards. If I say left, I point it left. If I say right, I do right. If I say front, forward, I do this. If I say backward, I do this. Right? But now the instruction will change. So whatever was, so I'll be giving a new set of instructions. You can mug it up, but now hands up strictly when this screen is going to be shown for the next 2 minutes. And after that, I will give the instruction and then you will have to do that activity. So if I say, if I've shown you up now, the new meaning of up is leftwards. So you have to point leftwards. If you have done it correctly, your hands stay up. Otherwise, hands down if you are wrong. Okay, so now we are in different parts and different time zones. So I can't send a gift. If we were in a live class, I would have an incentive as a gift at the end of for the winner. And believe me, I've had winners. And we have gone up to 7, 8, 10 rounds as well. And these are with people like 50, 100 people and everyone following meticulously. Here they'll stand up also and hands like this raise. So everyone, hands up. Instruction begins. I'll have it on the screen for a couple of minutes. So you can memorize. Hands up, no writing down. Hey, তোমার একটা হাত নিচে আছে ওপরে তোলো স্বপনদা। হ্যাঁ Anubhav, you can enjoy. Let's see at least if people go to 3-4 rounds.
Do you want to go with both hands?
Now it doesn't matter. You've not written down. I ensure the hands were up because you had
Okay.
both the hands down. But okay. Ready for the instructions? Left. Whoever pointed, yes, right word is correct. Sorry, left was right.
Oh, I failed.
Wrong. What about, I can't see you, Shivojitya. Which say your hand is being somewhere. Now where? Shri is the only one.
Right means this.
Okay. Forward.
Forward is up, right?
Yeah, right. Perfect. Backward.
Backward should be left.
Not bad. Down.
Down is
Okay. Backward.
backward is left.
Shri, you're out of the game.
She did it all right?
No, Shri was wrong. So
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right is down.
You're out of the game, Vimonda. Well, how are you pointing, Shapunda? I can't see your finger. Right. What was your direction, Shubhajit? I couldn't see your hand.
I just forgot things.
All have goofed up. Forward. Right was forward. So what happened in this game?
My learning lesson is you don't bring a cheerleader to play a game. You keep it in the sideline.
So what, Shri? Why did you vanish? So what is your learning from this game? What went wrong? Why is it that all of you were not able to point in the right direction? It was a very simple.
Yeah, I couldn't remember all the instruction. That's very simple.
Yes, Shubhajit, Anubhav, Shapunda, Shri. Why is it that all of you couldn't stay till the end in the game?
We couldn't remember all the things. That's it. I think the memory thing, however much we saw, we didn't take any notes, but it's like you focus, but how much can you remember, register, right? That's the thing.
So time was one factor.
Pressure was one factor.
Pressure, ability to remember, as you said.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
What else?
Maybe like it was not kind of a competitive thing. That's why.
Can't hear you. Be a little louder.
Maybe it's like it wasn't competitive. That's why.
It wasn't competitive enough.
Yeah, like a kind of playful one. That's why.
Okay. So didn't take it seriously. It was not a matter of life and death. If it was that, Shivajit would have remembered. Shapunda, you're silent. Our silent spectator, you can comment. Anubhav.
You know, you have
Yes,
to think
Anubhav.
about if it is not like, what you believe it is, you don't need to remember everything. Something you do part of your habit or So if you have been told something, if you don't feel this is critical, you'll forget. You'll forget unless it becomes part of your life that you remember. Because you get so many instructions. Not everything you can remember unless it it touches your life.
Yeah, excellent. All of you are right. See, our brains have been conditioned. For years, we've been told left means you have to do this, right means you have to do this. Suddenly, when I change my set of instruction, what happens? You're not able to. So you either make excuses of time, you say it was not serious, it's not competitive, or you get overwhelmed with so much of information in a very short amount of time. And what do? You switch off. And what happens? The minute you're switching off,
We forget.
Shri, can you adjust your camera again? We can just see your forehead. You need to adjust your.
Something.
Yeah, you can speak in the meanwhile while you.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, we forget, right? Like what others said. The
So the
ability
minute
to.
I have to change myself,
Yeah.
I have a lot of issues coming up. Time nahi hai, ye nahi hai. I don't have. This was. I thought it was just a play. We're just
I don't
having
treat that
fun.
as a priority then.
It is not
I
my
don't treat
priority.
that. Yeah, I don't treat it as a priority.
So that's why. But you realize that we need to change, right?
Yeah.
If I have to redesign my life, redesign my next chapter, it's my right. If I want to lead a joyous life, if I want to thrive, I also have to do my set of work. I can't just depend on one job, one salary, one boss, feedback. Yeah. No, I have to do something to take back what is mine. So let's see, how do we respond to change by doing a small activity. It is a small Google form which I'm sharing. It is a survey, and the survey results will be sent to you so that you can also reflect on it at any given time. So that's how the setting has been done. So I am sharing this form with you on chat. So I would like you to do this survey right now. Yeah, I put it on chat.
Yeah.
So please do this survey. So it's not a very big survey. It is just few questions. So carefully read each one of them. And whatever comes to your mind, don't overthink. Your first response is your natural response. And then I'll tell you what is it that you have to do. How do you do the calculation? You will get the email. Once you get the email, we will work on it.
How will I know the rate? On the top, it's written on the scale from 0 to 0. 0 to 5.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, I got it. Nothing.
I shared it on chat.
Yeah.
So please be honest when you're responding, because this is not a exam. It is about you, your personal development. It is about your redesigning your own life. The more honest you are, the better for you, because you'll know the areas you need to work on. And Anubhav, are you able to do this from your mobile screen? You should be able to do it actually. Amit, you just joined. Are you able to do this? Take the survey. I see 2 people have completed. Shri has completed and Shivajit has completed. As you would have completed, you would have also received an email with your responses. Can you just check your emails? Can you just respond if you have received your emails?
Yeah, I've received.
Is there? Okay,
Yeah,
now I'll just
I've received.
show you how do you calculate the results. Unfortunately, Google Forms has limitations, so I couldn't do the automatic calculation for you. So you rated between 0 to 5, right? So now for each one, whatever you have put in, add it up. So if 0 was your score, then for that answer, the answer is 0. So if it is 1, then your answer is 1. If it is 2, then points for that answer is 2. So like that, you add up your total points. So if it is between 0 to 15, then you have excellent change and skills to reimagine and reinvent. 16 to 35, you have reasonable skills. If it is 36 to 55, then there's a lot of resistance to change, and there are challenges when it comes to reimagining and reinventing, and then your interventions that will have to be done would be varying. So that is how you interpret the results. Shakunda, Bimanda, Amit.
I'm working slow.
Okay, it's okay. Take your time.
Actually, I'm hesitant to send it because I'm using GAABESU's email. It's not my personal email, so I guess still can use it, right?
Now, unfortunately, to send the result to you, for you to work on it, Google Forms insists that your email has to be given. Otherwise, I can't send it to you. I would have otherwise disabled, taking email IDs. But I can't send your results to you without you not sharing. And if you later want to have a one-on-one with me to discuss, then it's important I have the insights as well. I need to know who responded what.
I mean, that's fine. As our focus is like all the recent folks,
Sure, it's okay. I mean, if
let's
you don't
let's
want
focus.
to share it, it's okay with me. So I hope you have done your individual calculations and you have, where you stand. So accordingly, you need to work on. So the whole formula for you is to stay relevant. And for that, you need to be able to unlearn, relearn, and so that you can rebuild. So the formula is you need to imagine your next chapter, how you want it to be. And for that, what are the new skills that you need to learn? So why does this resistance to change happen? We did that thumb game, but because thumb was a little generic, I thought I'll still have this one slide. Are you able to relate with any of this? Shubhadeep, can you read this?
Actually, ma'am, I'm on a call right now. Little bit. My parents call me, so
Okay.
This is very, very common, right? Those who have went through this life, this is very common. Anything what you do is first, what is that? What is in for me? This is a fundamental question. Even the activities what we are doing today is everybody says, why should I join? What is there in for me? This is a fundamental question. Anything what you do for voluntary work, or do your professional work, you need to relate what can I get out of it, right? That's very extremely important.
Yes.
And this, my, as you are professional here, Vidya, but for those we went through this life, you need to be flexible and you need to do this very often. Every 10 years, new technology comes. We have seen being in Silicon Valley, we have seen how technology changes, unless you change yourself, will become irrelevant. Like, you might have an excellent undergraduate career, master's. If you don't change in every 5 or definitely 10 years, you'll not be relevant in the market, which is extremely important.
Earlier it was 10 years, but nowadays I would say it has become 5 years.
Yeah, even with a couple of years,
change
yeah.
is accelerating.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it depends, like, your change, like, 10 years, like major change. You are switching your career, or maybe, and then if you stay within your career, then you have to, learn yourself. Like, what I'm saying is it depends. Like, somebody might be an engineer, somebody is going to management, somebody is going to marketing, right? Those are like changes I'm talking about. Like for me, I switched from electrical engineering to, software. That was for me a change. After doing a PhD in electrical and control and coming into software engineering is a change, right? That it doesn't happen in
Yeah,
2
that's a
years. That's
huge
like,
change.
yeah, that's like a major change. And then I was an architect, then I moved in product management. Like, that's kind of a change.
Yeah, if I had to share my own career, I started in sales. From there, I went to do my MBA. Post that, I went into consulting in knowledge management for 5 years. From there, I went into a marketing career. From there, I went to head a business unit and then started my own journey. And in that also, I started with digital marketing, go-to-market consulting, and now full-time into design thinking, service design, and all these kinds of things. Strategy, product. So, do we want to continue or do we do the rest of the session tomorrow?
Yeah, I think that's what I was
I would
thinking.
leave to the audience because it is 8 o'clock now.
Yeah, so let's
so-
wrap up in a couple of minutes, then you can continue tomorrow.
Sure.
But there is no
So
IPL
the only
game,
thought
Swapon.
that I would-
It's already rain disrupted. So
No, I mean, you have to think about 2 hours. Like,
no, I understand. No, 2 hours is a good time to be in front of a screen. Yeah.
All right. So we all realize the fact that we need to change. And the problem lies if we are not accepting that we are not able to reflect. If we have what I call as an unreflective thinking, that's where our problem lies. That's where our resistance happens. That is where we are not able to accept whatever new that is going to come. And that's what is waiting for us. So with this, we will, I would like to take your feedback in terms of how did you find today's session? Was it useful? What were your key learning points? What were your takeaways from today's session? so that accordingly I can modify tomorrow's session if there's a need. We would be doing again tomorrow activities. I would request everyone to be on their, have laptops and not mobile phones, because this is not a listen session. This is a do session. So yeah, any feedback that you have, anything that you would like to share, I would appreciate it.
Thank you, Vidya. No, I really appreciate your time and commitment to doing this. Unfortunately, that the crowd, the balance is not appropriate. I was expecting more of like the younger crowd will be coming in. So, but still, you are able to improvise and steer it through the journey. So I really appreciate that. Good job.
Okay, same here,
Yes,
Vidya. So we are
just,
hoping, yeah, we are hoping like a few more students. I know the audience is being like younger crowds. So I wish we had few more of them. Then we could, probably, focus them on them. But anyway, this is a good start. We'll see how we can continue. Thank you.
yes, Shubhajit, I would like to hear from you, because I hope you plan to come tomorrow and not drop off.
Actually, I have a plan of traveling tomorrow, but I will try to be here by 6. I will try just. That is the point.
Okay.
And what is the feedback that it was like means I felt very nice interacting means with our previous batches, like such senior peoples are here. So it was a wonderful journey, like gaining insights and their experiences from their how they look into their life, and how what would be their steps if they face any kind of difficulties and all.
So, so Vidya, after recording stopped, I'll make some comments here. So.
Yeah, sure. You can stop the recording now, because anyway, we are done with the session. So thanks, Shubhajit. I think we look forward to meeting you tomorrow again.